Good morning. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here, do a little PSA. I'm out in my neighborhood for a walk. It's a beautiful day. I actually normally don't do a lot of lives, and I definitely don't do lives in public, so I'm a little outside of my comfort zone. This is how much I love y'all. I just want to come on here and remind all you parents that nobody has your child's best interest like you do. I think a lot of times we are made to feel as parents like our kids aren't fitting inside the box that they're supposed to, and it puts a lot of pressure on us, or we start to feel like we're slacking or our kids behind. Just want to remind you, you are way more than qualified to raise your child, to teach your child. You know their likes, their interests, you know their stages. And my thing is every kid is different, and it's okay if they're learning at different stages. I'm going to give you an example. So going to the pediatrician, which I rarely go to, took my youngest in for something, and she was, they were like, oh, she should be saying this many words. And I was like, she's fine. And it was like this pressure that pediatricians, and this happens like every time with all my kids. It's like, oh, they should be saying X amount of words. I'm a little concerned. Maybe you should do this and do that and implement this more at home. And my answer to that is always like, my kid's gonna be talking, like they're fine. Like they're not even 2 yet, and you're worried that they're gonna have this delay in speech. You haven't even allowed them to get there yet. And it's so funny. So this last one with my kid, it was this pressure of, oh, they have to be doing this and that. And so then I just stopped this time and I was like, how many children do you have? And she was like, well, I have one. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, this is not my first rodeo. Like, you would laugh if you knew how many children I had. And I promise you, my kid's okay. I don't need them to be rattling off when they're 2. Just because I have there's a 2-year-old that is like babbles on, and there's a 2-year-old that doesn't talk a lot, does not mean that one is going to go to Harvard and one is not. Like, stop it. Stop with trying to fit babies in the box. It's ridiculous. So I left there thinking like, wow, this is really funny, because it's exactly how it is in schooling, where it's like they should be doing this by this time. No, some kids are going to develop later. I mean, it's the same with athletics. It's interesting because, I forget his name, but my business partner is going to be upset that I forget this guy's name, but I'm going to come back and tell you guys which one it is. But he, big time football player, didn't even start until like his high school years. You got all these kids, parents a lot of times are like, oh, I'm going to put them in, little league as soon as they're like able to walk. That's great. And that's awesome. But I'm like, it's just really funny when people try to force children to do things faster than they naturally do it, and then want to label them slow. So just a friendly reminder, preach. Yeah, thank you. Just a friendly reminder that you can have even your own children, several children, growing up in the same house, same environment, same parents, same siblings, and they still have different time frames, and that's okay. The worst thing that we can do as parents is to compare them or make them feel like they're slow, because our jobs as parents, as mentors, as coaches, is to remind them, hey, you got it. It's all good. You're gonna get there. Keep trying, So this experience with the pediatrician really kind of opened my eyes, because it was the same thing for my son Ephraim. Ephraim's now 3. When he went in, he was about, I'd say 2.5. And they were like, oh, he's behind, da-da-da. And I, again, chuckled. And I'm like, I'm not falling for that. Trust me, he's fine. He's going to talk. And now this kid, like, does not stop talking. And now sometimes I wish there was a mute button. But long story short, I just came on here to tell you guys that you as parents, you are doing all right. We already put enough pressure on ourselves We want the best for our kids. We want the best to make sure that they're healthy and that they sleep well. We want the best education for them. And nobody knows what that looks like more than you. And so that's why we're doing this whole thing with homeschool. Sometimes it looks like online. Sometimes it looks like a hybrid where they're going somewhere and, once a week or twice a week. Sometimes it means it's like a drop-off learning center like we have. Whatever that looks and feels like, that's what's right for your child. And don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. I know for me as a homeschool mom, and those of you who are homeschool parents probably get this a lot, but a lot of people want to throw in their 2 cents that are like, oh, don't you think they're going to be socially awkward, but what about this and that? I'm looking around. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a lot of the homeschool kids are better mannered than a lot of these public school kids. And I'm not knocking everybody else's kids on here, just know that. But what I'm saying is when you spend more time, more quality time, 1-on-1, 1-on-5, 1-on-10, you're actually able to dedicate some serious love and attention to these kids. They're naturally going to behave better, and they're going to be able to live up to the example that you're giving them, whether it's you or other adults that help to homeschool them or whatever that looks like. But give yourselves grace as a parent, because if you guys know anything about me, for those who follow my personal page, I'm the CEO of the company. Yes, I'm a longtime educator, 17 years, love it. Yes, I'm a mother of many children, but also I love to keep it real. I love to keep it real with you guys. I'm out here sweating. This isn't cute, but I just want to come on here and share, like, we all go through things as parents and moments in time where we're like, are we doing this right? Am I failing my kid? And just wanted to bring it back. As long as you remember that you have your child's best intention, you will be quite all right. Now, touching into the education piece, there's going to come a time where they get a little advanced and say, I think talking to some parents with homeschool, that's where the hang up is for them. They're like, oh, my kid's a little too advanced for me. Then you can find somebody else who can teach that subject. You can utilize us. There's so many different programs. You can actually, even many states, you can send them to the high school or wherever for 1 class or 2 classes, actually called hybrid. There's so many different options that you guys can do where you can give them the best education and not feel like your hands are tied. So also, we do consulting. You don't have to just full-time homeschool with us. There's a lot of families out there that want to homeschool, and that's awesome. But all the laws are very different in every state, and sometimes different in the region or in the district. So you have to know all these things. So if you're thinking about homeschooling and you get overwhelmed thinking about it and you just want to know where to start and you need help, just hit us up, because we can do that for you. And again, at the end of the day, nobody knows your babies better than you. Nobody's going to love them better than you. Nobody's going to know their track better than you. Nobody's there for the downfalls as much as you, or to celebrate the wins. So before you allow somebody else to have power or say over the important things and the important decisions that needs to be made in their life, just remember that your parent's intuition, your parent heart, that trumps everything. I'm here to remind you of that and tell you that I love you and support you, and Elite is here for any of your needs, your homeschool needs and more. Even if you need a vent, we're here. All right, you guys have a great day and love you all.